Good morning, everyone. The revelations from last week's Four Corners investigation into serious incidents in early childhood education and care were shocking and obviously highlight the urgent need for reform. Australia has a world-leading early childhood education and care framework that outlines how children should be cared for and taught in the early years. And of course, we know that the first 5 years are critical to a child's development, but there is a clear need to address several key concerns. The market-based system is driving profit at the expense of care and well-being of children. There are too many unscrupulous operators who don't have the best interests of children first and foremost. And the fact that services can go for 4 years, in some cases up to 9 years between quality assessments, is nothing short of outrageous. This is evidence that the regulators need more teeth. We need full accountability in government for this sector, and advocates have already proposed legislation that can fix this. I'm standing behind legislation that will create an early childhood commission, a body with teeth and with responsibility for creating a universal system and with the power to weed out ruthless operators who can't be trusted with our children. Advocates have already posed legislation that can fix this. The draft legislation is written and ready to go. I'll be taking this, if I'm lucky enough to be here, into the next Parliament as a top priority, but there's no reason that it can't be delivered earlier than that. And today I'm joining with early childhood sector representatives and advocates to call for this urgent reform. So I'll ask Georgie Dent from the Parenthood to kick us off.
Thank you so much, Zoe. My name is Georgie Dent. I'm the CEO of the Parenthood. As Zoe said, the revelations on Four Corners last week were deeply distressing, and we know that they do reveal the worst and most extreme side of what can occur in a profit-driven market for early childhood education and care. At the Parenthood, we believe strongly that every child not only has the right to be safe in early childhood education and care, but to thrive. We know that we've got a lot of services that deliver a high standard of quality, but we also know that there are regulatory gaps, and we are at the Parenthood calling for a national commission. We're calling on the Commonwealth Government to show strong leadership, in particular to use their role as the funder of the childcare subsidy. They invest $14 billion a year in the childcare subsidy, and we believe that they should use that power as a funder, as a lever to drive quality. We believe there is a role for the states and territories as well to ensure that safety and quality standards are nationally consistent. We want parents and children to have total confidence that when they're using an early childhood education and care service, the safety of their children is going to be guaranteed. We know that under this federal government, there have been incredible and meaningful reforms in early education and care. The 15% wage increase for early childhood educators is absolutely crucial in the realm of quality. We know that without early childhood educators who are properly paid and professionally supported and have professional development opportunities, we do not have the workforce to deliver. So the wage increase is an important step towards building a quality universal system. The 3-day-a-week guarantee that the government introduced and legislated is also a profound reform. We believe addressing the issues around transparency and accountability and ensuring that our funding system is designed so it can deliver on all of those measures is critically important. And that's why I'm standing here today with other sector representatives. I'm going to call on Ros Baxter now, who's the CEO of Goodstart.
We'll just take a step to the left, please, just to fill that gap. Thank you.
Thanks, Georgie, and thanks, everyone. I'm Ros Baxter. I'm CEO of Goodstart Early Learning. We are Australia's largest provider of early learning, and we're also one of only a few providers who invest every dollar we earn in children's outcomes. We are here today to call for a National Early Childhood Commission. Everybody who is here today is focused on the safety and quality outcomes for children in every centre, in every state, every day. And we know that the vast majority of our educators in our centres right across the nation care about that as well, as do our regulators. What the National Commission will provide is an opportunity for states and the Commonwealth to work together towards that end. The Commonwealth is investing huge amounts of money in early learning, and it's increasing with every budget. We believe that with greater investment comes greater accountability, and states, providers, and the Commonwealth should work together to ensure that supply, workforce, quality, and safety can all support each other. We believe you can't have a safe and high-quality system without each of those factors. We need to make sure that there is enough supply of high-quality services. We need to make sure that our workforce is well-trained and every provider is committing to that training. And we need to make sure that quality and safety are able to work together nationally. It's an interesting fact that there are over 30 regulators in the quality and safety space for early learning in this country, over 30. We know that we do not have harmonised schemes for working with children's checks and for reportable conduct, and it is time for us to look at that as a national picture and say, how do we do the very best for our children? I know that each of the people I'm standing up with here today feel the same, and it is time for us to have a careful look about how we put ourselves on a journey towards a national regulator that can really fulfil the dream and the mission of what we could do for Australia's children. Thanks, everybody.
Hello, thank you. I'm Samantha Page. I'm the CEO at Early Childhood Australia, and I want to endorse the comments so far. We support a national approach to a universal system of early childhood education and care with much stronger enforcement of our national quality framework. We have a world-leading quality framework, but it's simply not being enforced strongly enough. There's a role in the future for quality providers, but we need to drive out those who are putting profits first. And we need to ensure that children are absolutely safe and thriving in early childhood settings, and that includes investing in the workforce, including the wage increases, but also professional learning for educators, and a national approach to working with children check would also be a very welcome and long fought for outcome. So looking forward to building out a universal system that can protect the safety and wellbeing of all Australia's children. Thank you.
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to be here today. My name is Kim Casburn. I'm General Manager at Royal Far West, and we're an organisation supporting country children's health and development. As we've heard already, early childhood is a critical window of development. When children are given the right support in these early years, the positive impacts last a lifetime. As a child development service working in over 200 schools and ECECs in rural and remote areas, we see every day the positive impact that access to high quality early education can have in a child's life. Children who have the opportunity to access early learning and support for their healthy development have been shown to be more engaged in school, to be more likely to finish school and to go on to further education and participation in the workforce. However, childcare deserts are leaving regional kids behind. Too many country children are starting school behind and are struggling to catch up. Right now, country kids are twice as likely to start school developmentally vulnerable in comparison to city kids. At Royal Far West, we continue to see gaps in access and quality for families outside of major cities, and we see this reality every day. We see families travelling hundreds of kilometres to access support and children starting school without the foundational skills that they need to thrive. High quality early education is the best opportunity to identify issues early, to provide support and to help reduce inequality. We welcome the call for a dedicated early education and care commission, one that provides focused, coordinated leadership across jurisdiction and ensures that government investment translates into improved outcomes for rural and remote children. By supporting families to access high quality early education and care, we can ensure that every child is given the best opportunity to start life and thrive. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Diana Harris. I'm here on behalf of ARACI, the Australian Research Alliance for Children and Youth. I'd like to endorse my colleagues' comments. ARACI supports the call for an early childhood commission. I'd like to say that that childhood commission, as we've spoken about, would be more than just a watchdog. It will be an important mechanism towards our shared goal of universal access to high quality and affordable early education and care for every child in Australia. A commission would help support the important work that good quality early childhood and care does in stitching together the early childhood system in Australia. It brings together communities,
It provides an important soft entrance to a wide range of services. My colleagues at Goodstart could speak about the important work in South Australia that they're doing in their centres for children and families who are in touch with the child protection system. Kim at Royal Far West could speak about the importance of early childhood education and care services in bringing together community hubs with a wide range of services. That's why ARACI supports an Early Childhood Commission. Thank you.
Thank you. So I'll just finish by saying that this is a structural reform that has to happen, and if we can make it happen, it will be hugely significant for this country. Arguably, it would be one of the biggest structural reforms to occur since the advent of Medicare. And we know that early childhood education and care is good for kids, and it's good for families, and it's also good for the economy. Cost of living is really pressuring families currently. And I know that in my electorate, the cost of childcare is often the second highest cost to a family after the mortgage. So making early childhood education and care available, accessible, low cost and high quality takes the pressure off families, is great for kids, but also enables women to work. This is economic policy, which will help us unlock the incredible resource that is women in this country. So there are a huge number of benefits, and I really encourage both the government and the opposition to step into this space strongly, to make sure that our kids are safe, nurtured and thriving, but also to support families who are under an enormous amount of pressure and really would benefit from this kind of reform. Does anyone have questions? All good, thank you.